If you've already paid for an Amazon course and you're still stuck, this isn't your fault. Most people that I've worked with in the past and I'm currently working with today have paid for different programs before and are really struggling to get anywhere before they work with me. Now, this isn't your fault. Like I've said, there are three main reasons why this is the case. And in this video, I'm gonna go through these reasons and show you the difference between all these other programs and why people are struggling with these programs and my program and why my clients are winning, right? In the last 2 months, I've helped my clients get over £20,000 a month's worth of exclusive profit, okay? And you're not gonna be able to do so with, well, basically all these other generic low-level programs out there. So without further ado, let's break it down. So what I wanna go through first is why most Amazon courses fail you. Now, like I've said, three reasons most of these programs out there do not work, okay? And what do we want to be doing instead, okay? Now, this video is made for those of you who've already paid for a program and are still stuck. But to be honest with you, if you haven't paid for a program yet, this would be a very good watch for you as well. Because if you go for a different program, I can tell you, you're gonna struggle with Amazon and you're gonna probably message me in about 6 months' time saying the program that you went for didn't work because it was all on YouTube, blah, blah, blah. I've heard it a million times, okay? Now, like I've just said, the Amazon coaching industry is completely broken, okay? This is crazy to even think. Almost everyone that I work with has already paid for another program. That's over 400 people, by the way, and almost every one of them says the same. What do they say? Well, first of all, they say it's generic information. I promise you, every other wholesale program you are seeing out there, you can find for free on YouTube. If you type in free wholesale course, free wholesale education on YouTube, it's the same thing that everyone is selling, okay? I've literally had one of my clients say that the mentor that he went with, they had a free YouTube video online called like free Amazon course or whatever. And then their paid one was basically the same thing. It was just edited a bit fancier. So please do not fall for this, okay? So you learn what wholesale is. Basically, Google for wholesalers, keep contacting all these really rubbish wholesalers that will never ever give you profits and buy from them. That's not gonna work. That's what all these programs are saying, by the way. Then the moment you try and apply it, find suppliers, getting accounts, negotiating, there's no playbook, okay? The course ends where the hard part begins, exactly. And to be honest with you, all these other programs don't actually go in how to properly find suppliers and how to actually negotiate and how to actually handle objection and get accounts, okay? So that's the first reason, okay? Why, like, these programs are not gonna work for you, okay? Generic information, you can find it for free on YouTube, very low level information. That's reason number one. And reason number two, outdated tactics, recycled forever. Most of these courses were filmed years ago. It's the same with the information. The information in these programs of Googling suppliers and perhaps finding profitable products on these very generic, low level, saturated wholesalers, that may have worked 10 years ago. It's not gonna work now, okay? The strategies that worked in 2019 don't work in 2026. That's a given, okay? And the people teaching them haven't actually been in the trenches recently. You're paying for a museum exhibit. That exactly. So much of the information in my program is got from my real life experiences, meetings with sales reps, things that they've said to me, okay? Now it's these things which I can put in my program that help people tie down deals which genuinely are changing their lives. Okay, because I've accumulated so many conversations with these account reps who've been in the game 40 years each, 30, 40 years each. What I've done is accumulate all these conversations and experiences from all these people who've been in the industry, right? Who've been in the B2B industry, right? The wholesale industry. And I've used that information and bridged it with the Amazon world, okay? So by doing so, it's a cohesion of information which isn't really out there. Okay, because I've literally combined all these people who've been in the game for years and years and my knowledge of Amazon, and I've combined that together to understand how to operate as an Amazon wholesale seller. Okay, Now it's this information which isn't outdated. It's very, very new tactics, okay? Very innovative as well. Obviously, I can't say too much because you don't have the program. And if you do, you know what I'm talking about, okay? Reason number 3, no skin in the game, no accountability. Okay, this is so, so vital as well. Most of these other programs, you buy, you watch, you're alone, sorry. The amount of people I talk to who say that they cannot get a hold of their mentor after paying is ridiculous. They say, as soon as I paid, I couldn't get hold of the lad. And I'm like, what? How is that even real? Okay, so please be careful with these other programs. You're probably getting same day responses now, but after you send your money, you're gonna be waiting weeks for responses, okay? I know that because everyone says it to me. I literally had someone who told me last week they joined with a mentor and then he just went on holiday and they can't get a hold of him since then. So with that being said, you buy, you watch, you're alone, okay? Your mentor's gone, right? Okay, there's no one looking at your actual business, your actual numbers, your actual supply conversations. You're a number to them, not a person they're building something with. Everyone I work with, I say I'm working directly with you. Okay, I literally hold weekly Q&As, okay? It's impossible for you to be alone if you work with me, okay? But these are 3 reasons why most of these programs are absolutely shambolic and are not going to get you where you want to be, okay? What actually happens when you buy a lot of these courses? You consume a shit ton of content, okay? 40 hours of content. This is the craziest thing. It's not 40 hours of applicable revenue generating information. It's probably 3 hours worth of information, but they, let's say, do one sourcing method for 20 hours. It's like, well, you're not actually learning, okay? You consume 40 hours of content, which should actually be 2 hours long. Like, for example, let's say I made a video, how to do addition, right? A module on that. Technically, you can do that in half an hour, but you can also do that in 1,000 hours. So I can make a 1,000-hour course on how to do addition. Okay, now that's what a lot of these programs are. Let's do Googling for supplies for 5 hours. It's like, what are you doing? Like, okay. So you feel productive going through all this rubbish. And what happens is, well, literally what I've got there, watching it is not building. But at the end, you can recite the theory back word for word and you still haven't contacted a single supplier. And unfortunately for you, in all these other programs, it's a very low level theory that will actually get you nowhere. So you've literally recited information which is not valuable at all. You hit your first real obstacle, okay? A supplier ignores you, a pricing tool confuses you, a repricer, a product you bought doesn't sell. This is where you need your mentor to be present, okay? The course has no answer for your specific situation because it's made for everyone, which means it was made for no one, right? When you need help, your mentor's not there. Okay, a supplier ignores you, a supplier rejects you. Okay, well, how can you handle objection? It's overcoming these things which gets you products and prices no one else is getting, which gets you unsaturation, which enables you to build a consistently long-term business, right? So it's these obstacles. You need your mentor there. Well, I say your mentor, well, there's no one out here that's actually doing it except for me, all right? But you need to work. Well, this is why you need your mentors. When these suppliers ignore you, when you have objections, how can we overcome these objections to reveal unsaturation for ourselves and our business? Okay, you start doubting yourself, not the course, okay? You assume you must be the problem. The amount of people that say to me, H, I'm Googling for these suppliers, I've gone through 30 pages on Google. I'm like, well, that's not how you're gonna find the suppliers you want, okay? You assume you must be the problem. Or let's say I've spoken to 1,000 suppliers on the phone, nothing's working, because you're saying the wrong things. You're saying you supply brick and mortar stores. You don't understand how to offer value to these companies, right? You start doubting yourself, not the course. When the course is giving you absolute rubbish, but it's pointless doing, like, you can be the hardest worker in the world. If you do the wrong things, it's not gonna work. And then you start assuming you're the problem. So you rewatch the videos, you buy another course, maybe a third, 6 months pass, and your bank account is lighter and your Amazon account hasn't moved. You end up buying the same rubbish programs. None of it's working because it's all basically the same information. And you eventually quit or find one-to-one help. Okay. Now, almost every successful Amazon seller you've heard of has had someone in their corner, not a Facebook group, okay, not a random Discord, right, that you know nothing about, which has no reviews, testimonials, successes. One person who looked at their actual business and told them exactly what to do next, right? So that's what a mentor should be. Courses sell information. What you need is a system, okay? Now, what do I mean by that? Let's do a little comparison. What a course gives you, right? What a lot of these low-level courses give you is just information. Pre-recorded videos made for everyone, very, very low-level pre-recorded videos. Generic frameworks, very generic information. No understanding of objection handling, no understanding of negotiation, none of this high-level stuff. No view of your numbers, your supplies, your reality. A Facebook group of strangers as support. No accountability if you don't finish, and you're still the one figuring it out alone. What actually works? A system applied specifically to you, where you get a chance to speak directly with said mentor, where you get a chance to build a plan around your capital and your time, whereby your suppliers, your pitches, your numbers can be relayed to your mentor. Someone looking at your actual business every single week, every single day if you need it, by the way. Okay. High-level approaches that aren't on YouTube. This is a big one. A lot of the stuff you see on YouTube, people charge thousands for, okay? I've literally had people DM me saying, thank you for your YouTube channel. It's worth more than my mentorship, which I paid £3,000 for. Okay, direct answers to your specific obstacles. You execute, they steer. That's what is needed, okay? Because you're executing with the right information. Now, I'm not saying this based on theory. I'm saying this based on real numbers, okay? Now, I don't talk about results to brag. I want to make that very clear. Sorry. I talk about them because most coaches don't have any to show. Here's what the work has produced for the people I've worked with, one-to-one. I don't one-to-one in my program, whatever, okay? You work with me, you'll win, as long as you're hardworking. If you're not hardworking, don't work with me. 15K profit a month from one exclusive supply deal, locked in 30 days. £15,000 in profits per month, by the way. I don't know what that is a year, okay? Because it's exclusive. Let's have a calculation. 15 times 12. There's 180 grand a year. I got for my clients in 30 days, by the way. So that's that. Nilan, so he's locked in a deal with an American company. 3 grand a month. Well, it's going to be 3 to 4 grand a month per month in exclusive profit, added to his existing business. Brian, part of that deal as well. £5,000 a month in exclusive profits. And my own business, £100,000 per month in revenue, wholesale and brand direct. I need you to understand the opportunity is insane when it comes to working with Amazon. Like, for example, since I made this slide deck, there's another one that's come through, 4.7K a month in profit, consistently exclusive supply deal for one of my clients, who, bear in mind, paid for a different program before and couldn't get a hold of his mentor. Okay? Now, there is no one that can do, or that can show you situations like this, okay? Because all they're doing is generic low-level information. So that, hey, like, you should, if you're watching this video and you don't know, I have the most testimonials of any other Amazon sort of coach in the industry, if that's what you want to call it. If you want to see the testimonials, drop a comment. I'll send you a link which has hundreds, okay? Here's some of the testimonials which I've just decided to put in the slide deck. Better than every other Amazon course I've done combined. Genuinely life-changing. I'd pay 10 times more after going through the program. And these are people who've done different programs before. They've said they'll pay 10 times more. Because when you compare my programs to all these other programs, you cannot really say anything apart from charge more, please. because it's such high level information you're not going to find anywhere else on the internet. So what to do instead? Okay, instead of doing all these generic low level courses, stop buying them. Okay, if the program isn't built around your specific capital, your time, your goals, it's going to fail you. Okay, the information you can find on YouTube already, it isn't worth £2,000-3,000. Please stop it. Okay, like if you're thinking of doing another program, ask for their curriculum and you're going to very quickly see it's all on YouTube. Okay, filter ruthlessly. Get one-to-one eyes on your business. Okay, whether it's me or someone else, find someone who has actually built what you're trying to build. Sorry, who has actually built what you are trying to build and will look at your real business, not generic checklist. Look at your real business. Okay, I will look at your business if you work with me, whether that be in a group environment. I'll be there every single Wednesday. You've got me on tickets. I will look at your business. We're all in a one-to-one environment whereby we're speaking every single week and you literally can text me because you have my WhatsApp number. I will look at your business. You'll get the one-to-one support, okay? You'll get one-to-one eyes on your business. Pick application-only programs over open enrollment. Very important. If anyone can join, you've got to realize that program is built just to sell, right? Not actually transform people. Application only means the coach has skin in your outcome. They have to say yes to you for the right reasons. This is why my program is application only. If I let you in, I need you to win. So I'm very selective with who I let in. That's why my testimonials are so good, because I let the right people in and they understand the value which they're getting and they smash it. It's as simple as that. I have skin in the game. Like, I need you to do well. So that's what you want to do instead. So if you actually want a real shot at this, you actually want to make this work, book in a call with me, a 30-minute call. It's not a pitch. We'll build a real plan. Okay? Now, I work one-to-one with people building an online business from their laptop alongside their 9-to-5 or full-time income. It's application only because I want you to actually transform your business, like I've just said. I don't want to collect another payment. The amount of people I've rejected is actually stupid. I need you to win. If you work with me, I need you to be my next 4, 5, 10 grand a month, profit a month client. I need that testimonial. I need that success. All right, I'm very, very competitive. I really, with everyone I work with, I say to them, we are working together. My role now is to make you as much money as possible, okay? Hence my client results. So let's have a chat, okay? Let's have a 30-minute call, have a chat, let's put a plan in place for you, okay? Step 1, apply for the call. Tell me where you are, what you want. That takes 2 minutes. So if you click the link in the description, you'll see a call link. It'll have some questions for you to apply for a call, okay? Please answer them in depth and give me as much information as possible, because then we'll go through to a call, okay? It's a 30-minute call, okay? I look at your situation honestly. You ask me anything. We see if one-to-one makes sense for you and makes sense for me, because you've got to understand from my side, I only take on clients which have the right sort of fit, which are the right fit. Like, I need to make sure you've got, it's a multitude of things. I only work with the right sort of people. I only work with people I believe would be a good fit, because at the end of the day, I need you to win if you're working with me one-to-one, or if you're working with me in general, I need you to win. So you have to pass the application process. And obviously, when you apply for that call and you see that form, please, the more information you put, the better. But like I said, 30-minute call works both ways. We need to see if we're a good fit for each other, because at the end of the day, most important thing is it's a good fit for you, okay? Because it's not a good fit for you, you're not going to do well, which is why you have to apply, and I need to make sure it's a good fit for you and me. Step 3, you leave with a plan. Whether or not we actually work together, you're going to walk away with a clear next move, okay? No fluff, no pressure. Like, book a free call, and if you've done another program before, it's highly likely, speaking to me for 30 minutes, you're going to get more value out of that conversation than your whole program that you've done before. Because I've had many people say that to me. I've spoken to people for 30 minutes and said, you've completely transformed my mindset. You've opened up my mind. Okay, you've made me realize where the opportunity lays in Amazon when you're doing wholesale, more than my 2 grand program, 3 grand program, which I've done before, and I've only spoken to you for 30 minutes. Okay, so let me do that to you. Book in a free 30-minute call. Okay, because it will help you. And that's what I want to do. That's why I help people at the end of the day. I like helping people. So to apply for this strategy call, link in the description, get it booked in, and I'll catch you in that call. For those of you who like the video. If you're new here, subscribe. Any video suggestions, drop them in the comments, and I'll catch you everyone in the next video.